Are you ready? Bam!
This is why NATO weaponry can be significantly more effective at times, particularly in dry weather. For everything connected with dirt, mud, and the realities of war, I choose the RPG-7. It's got large nomenclature, one tube. Nomenclature can be different, ranging from typical S grenades, which I also have, to the most powerful ammunition, the PG-7L. Although I like the pic which you've seen in our so-called episode. But an idea came to me that somebody from Soviet engineers invented something that he didn't tell anybody. Do you know that an 82mm mine has grooves inside for something? This thing here also has grooves, you just twist it on with your hands. So I thought, okay, never mind. I looked it up and somebody calls it a mine caliber. So today we'll be firing 82mm mines from the RPG. Vasylyuk gun mortar fires approximately up to 5 kilometers using 82mm mines, which there are 4 of in a set. But have any of you wondered why there is a thread inside this tail? But I'll answer you. Some brilliant engineer must have come up with what we're going to talk about today. 82mm mine weighs 3.1 kilograms, and there are about 400 to 600 iron fragments that fly in different directions. And this is significantly more than, for example, the OG-7V fragmentation ammunition, aka Karandash. It's got no rocket engine. Well, what if a rocket engine is attached to the 82mm mine using gunpowder? Ultimately, the projectile looks like this. Gunpowder booster charge, rocket engine, and the mine itself. All of this creates significant problems for those toward which it will fly. What I want to say with this, you might say, what the hell? Why is this needed? As you know, the RPG-7 has a fragmentation grenade called the OG-7, similar to the Karandash, which lacks a rocket engine. It fires about 200 meters and does not always work properly. As you saw, it just crashed against our tank, for example. Or the fragments don't fly straight or fly to the left, to the right. But 400-600 iron fragments are another thing entirely. As you understand yourselves, it's marginally bigger and the damage it will cause to the enemy will be much bigger. As you also know, you can work with the tip. If you fire at some bunker, you can do it without a cap on so that it will work immediately. But today we have a good test which should show us what's better about this thing. First off, it will fly further out. Secondly, more shrapnel. Thirdly, it's more mobile. Because can you imagine how much a regiment mortar weighs, or Vasylyuk? I will be firing from over there into a car which has completed all of our tests with dignity in our last episode. You can watch that. But it's quite intact, you know? One can even sell it on Avito, although we bought it on Drone, but well, that's not the point. And now, ladies and gentlemen, a non-NATO weaponry which I've accidentally called shit, forgive me. I did not know you couldn't call it that. RPG-7 and an 82mm mine without a fuse. I want to see what kind of a hole there will be in this vehicle, if I don't miss, of course. Since, you know, one can laugh at how I miss indefinitely. You can always look at a few things. How fire burns, how water flows, and how one fires and doesn't hit anything. Well, who's gonna say now that I miss? On target. Look, what's interesting is that on this anti-theft coating stuff, see these streaks which have appeared? It's the tail that probably got stuck here and fell out. Here are its parts. Here they are, look. Okay, this was obvious. Only, 'Only, 'I 'Only, 'I 'Only, 'I 'Only, 'I 'Only, 'I 'Only, 'Only, 'I 'Only, 'Only, 'I 'Only, 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 'Only 82 millimeters. It's entered here. How is this? That's kinda impossible, no? But the funniest thing is, it pierced through the car completely. If you don't got a fuse, no worries. 82mm mine with the help of a powder charge and an RPG-7 rocket engine is capable of piercing a car right through. Look here, I'm not kidding. This car is entirely penetrated. That is 2 doors plus this anti-vandal paint. And a mine is somewhere out there, probably still intact. Let's have a look at it. Okay, look. I'm just twisting this thing off of it. Shit, it was torn from the inside. There are wires inside, and this dude is of course coming towards us. Where? God damn, just get rid of it for God's sake. Place it over there. See, an anti-theft coating has saved the frame integrity, visually. But if you cut it open a little, if one cuts it open, then for sure, we could see something more. You need a freaking axe here. In short, the hole is little, but on the inside the hole is big, as is not often the case. But not in our videos, of course. Well, now I'll climb this hill and we'll fire this car with a fuse on. And we've never fired 82mm mice at a tank. Today is that day. I've put up shields at different distances, some 5 meters away from it, in different directions, and one on a tank as well, since the attachments in principle are capable of being demolished by 82mm mines. And now we will check this. You gotta aim up higher.
Are you ready? Bam!
Let's go see what happened over there. Please notice, 82mm mine is way heavier than RPGs, so the first ones were undershoots. There's the first undershoot, and over there is the second. And do you see what an interesting bunch is laying out there? That would have been fun for some publics who love my misses. And this heel mount wouldn't have saved us, because over there is a bunch of 152mm shells. The destructive power of an RPG-7 with a screwed-on blank of an 82mm mine, not with a blank but with an explosive fuse obviously, we hit a tire and it takes me away. I've started singing somehow. But the most important feature is that an 82mm mine practically did not damage the hood, which we've covered with this anti-vandal stuff. It got hit, but it is not pierced. Notice some shards from the mine. They are pure cast iron, definitely not suitable for making knives. Here they are, see them? They're parts of the rocket. See these blotches in the earth? You love hitting the earth, you might say. That's right, the earth is suffering at this moment. Although, I have some M&Ms growing somewhere out there. Maybe they'll grow by summer. We draw a conclusion. After all, you gotta fire at 400 meters, both from the top and from the bottom, no difference. Okay, the tank is gonna get fucked now. Gotcha! I told you, don't joke with the Commandante. It was Cosmonautics Day recently, and one day I was asked what I wanted to be when I grew up. Honestly, I didn't think I would become what I became. Well, gentlemen, the Commandante is performing an unusual trick today. I fired 45 degrees, mortar style, using 82mm mine from the RPG-7. From under the destroyed tank. Our firing range is located up ahead is its so-called cauldron, and it's 1.5 kilometers just to the horizon, and it flew, that is, the 82mm mine flew over the horizon. We will try to look from the drone, but most likely we won't even find that hit, because I thought it wouldn't even reach the horizon. And that's very cool. Well, friends, these are the experiments we had today. I think this is excellent for taking out both troops and armored vehicles. Plus, it's just beautiful. It was heavy caliber Ruckus with you. Don't switch off, it will get more interesting.